Alright, let's pick it up here. Oh yeah, this is a new thing here. Now if you remember, we got cells from these things. But in here, the best way to actually get money, aside from, well, killing demons, basically is from these plants, since plants are very rare in this golden, or this black sun world. And we just found clover, which is the basic one. Force. There we go. I don't know its weakness, and I'm just reluctant to use him. Oh, well, what do you know? See if this works. Okay. You missed. Okay. Well, Mia was mostly leaning towards the death when I had her for the Hermit Arcana in Persona 3, and in Imagine she is more electric based. And I think the reason I used Force is because I thought that it would work, since it did in Devil Summoner. Okay. The reason I restored MP slightly is because I devoured an enemy. And I got a static skill called Devour Mana, which is basically that. Let's see, I'm gonna save here. Because the way I have to go is the door adjacent to here, so we're going this way, south. Oh, blobs? No problem. Okay. One's frightened, and one is frozen, and dead. Grab it. I should actually be much more careful with this because, after all, devouring an enemy is the risk of a stomachache. I think it mostly happens for enemies that are much higher level than the character itself. Okay. Now, since we got a new mantra for Serve, what happens is we expand outwards. Fallen Hero is some of the good basic healing spells, but what I'm trying to do is discover the ones that have the least amount of difficulty, such as Spirit, which is what I'm going to go with. For the reason is because they're cheap, and also because they, with a few fights, if you actually do a successful hunt, you can level those up nicely, so you won't need to do a lot of battles. And if you really are keen to hunting, as I was, then there's really nothing to worry about as far as you should actually stick pretty close to the Karma Terminal, therefore, if you're just going to keep hunting and hunting. What do we got here? Okay, rations. Stairway. Actually, those different ones is going to be necessary, because we... Cool, thank you, critical. It's not dead. It may not be able to null physical attacks, but it still resists them nonetheless. Okay. This is Digital Devil Saga Instinct here. I knew this was ice before, and I wasn't sure. So that changes something. Okay, Gale leveled up. And that's pretty morbid, but he's got the point. He's got a point there. Those different stairways are actually to open a two-part lock. which is what I encountered earlier. As you can see, the other part of the lock is on that one platform that can only be reached through the second ladder. I remember what these things are weak to. Seeing if ice will work. Doesn't look like it. Tarot I thought was the last thing I would guess, but I thought I was lucky. Oh, you failed. No second chance for you. Okay. As you can see, I haven't been hunting with Argilla or Gale, but because the mantras are such low difficulty, they increase quickly. Yeah, Gale points out this frighteningly obvious, but this makes things a little bit more complicated. We have Matera. I thought Matera was going to be one of the combos, but it turns out no. Ow! It's like a blender. Yeah, I think they make physical attacks look a lot more, interesting. Also, I noticed that in the, status menu, we can actually see, character animations, or the animations of the Atma. Just normal behavior. And some of it actually looks pretty cool, but it takes a lot of time, quite a bit of time between idle animations. For instance, one of them looks like Varna is pulling off a whole Dragon Ball Z force ball move with the blades in his arm popping out. Okay. So this is how we have to go through this door. But this isn't the last that we've seen of these ridiculous doors. One of them closes on one side and opens on the other. I'm not going to say where. And I'm trying to figure out what other one they have. It's pretty sad. Your move, girl. What the hell? Okay, moving on. So spirit leveled up. So now I learned Tarukaja, which will help me eventually. Let's wrap this up here and I'll see you later.